Okay, the day is Monday, April 12th. The time is 1:08 p.m. And just yesterday at around 1:47, 1:46 p.m., a black man, Daunte Wright, was shot and killed by Brooklyn Center police in Brooklyn Center. And Daunte Wright was 20 years old, had a son, and was essentially stopped on a traffic violation, so they say, and then was shot and killed by police soon after the traffic violation. A lot of people are processing what's happening right now. His body was left outside for several hours, I think up until 7 or 8 p.m. until we got it out there and the community began protesting what was happening. There was a lot of heightened emotion around what was going on, and Daunte's mother asked everybody to make it about Daunte, like keep Daunte in your mind. And so a lot of the aggression and whatnot kind of fell back from the SWAT team that was protecting the scene of the murder, where Brooklyn Center Police had killed Daunte Wright. I'm fumbling over words right now because the footage just got released, and what you see in the footage is a black officer detaining Daunte, and then Daunte gets back into the car, and this officer, their body cam, then pushes the black officer aside and has their gun out and shoots Daunte. And the tough part is, I mean, you can imagine how scared he was and how afraid he might have been, and for what he was afraid of to actually happen. It's just heartbreaking. It's really sad. And so what's going to happen today is there's a binary reaction. Everybody processes trauma differently, and so there's going to be a vigil where Daunte was killed, and then there's going to be an action at the Brooklyn Center Police Department. And without any justification or judgment, what you're going to see is the community process this differently. You're going to see people process a public execution differently of a black man, and his body being left out is somewhat it's somewhat remnant of American history, where they would leave the bodies out on trees or just to kind of make a statement, and to just kind of leave him out there like that. It's a degree of insult that I can't really put words to right now. But after seeing the body cam footage, it is it's tough. It's tough. And the other thing was last night, seeing a lot of the folks out at the community. You watching grown folks lay on the ground, sob, because their friend was just taken and snatched out of the air. The big thing is to pay attention to the narrative. Focus on Daunte, focus on the narrative that they deliver. So what we see happen in George Floyd, Philando Castile, Thurman Blevins, Terrence Franklin, Brian Quinones, is that they all put out their own narrative to justify what just happened. Now, I don't know what Brooklyn Center is going to do, because after seeing that footage, there is little to nothing that they can use to justify what they did. Now, a black man can be going about his business and doing whatever, and they will say, oh my goodness, he had this, he was on this, he was doing this, he was saying this. At the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, would that same narrative be spun around for a white person? And you can put two and two together on that. With this one, I don't know how this processes out, but my heart just goes out to the family, and we're going to keep you updated as this unravels and goes forward. And to say that you thought you were, the officer said that they thought they were reaching for their taser and actually pulled out a gun. There's a huge weight differential in that, and that's what cop training is for, right? So as this processes along, we'll keep you updated. And for right now, this is just all we have, and I hope that everybody is coping well with this.